Oh, new day, new way. And let's go ahead with our chip pull and commence with this little scenario we got. Stir them up here some. Probably pull out a smoke marker since we got some smoke markers out there. But the next chip will be, it is the tanks. The Al-Zawahiri, or whatever the heck they're calling it. Al-Zawahiri. So, let me see. He also, well, how come they got two logistic markers? Oh, he didn't use one. The rebels just used his. Alright, well, first thing you do, if you want to do this the proper way, is remove any green markers, yellow markers, step losses, then decide whether you want to put the chip back in the jar or in the cup. Or else, since he hasn't been activated yet, he has no markers to remove. So we can skip that phase. Whoops, if I can't drop it. And we will go ahead and put his chip back in there. And we'll, instead of giving him a logistic marker, we're going to use the command side and give him another turn. So everybody's go on those command markers. They've all been used up. Nobody wants to be caught without initiative. Alright, so what we're going to do with our tanks. Big tanks right up here. I got 4 of them. I do believe that's all he's got. So if I can find my pointer. But let me go look at the moves. I believe his tanks are here and here in these vehicle protected areas. So I'll look over what's going on. We'll be right back. Alright then, well here's the deal. We got us a big old vehicle improved position here with a bunch of tanks. What I'm thinking is, out of my 4 tanks here, I was going to send 3 of them over here to deal with this threat in the northeast. And I was going to have one of them come down here. The only problem is this whole area here is covered by my U.S. forces and their TOW missile with the range of 10. And he hasn't got a marker on him, so he's ready for some outfire. So anybody moves out of here, going to get shot at. I need to decide whether, with all the confusion and everything, whether they can see him. I guess they could. If I was playing another player, he'd know that is there, so I'll go ahead and be aware of that and plan my moves accordingly. But yeah, this old TOW missile for the U.S. forces. He's got a nice little outlook on the battlefield. Anything from here on over is within range. And like I said, during last activation was the rebels. I wanted to take out a couple of these, but I have to wait for the U.S. activation. But I don't have to wait for the U.S. activation if I want to use outfire. So that is a conundrum. Trying to get some tanks down here, but knowing that they're, overlooked. Now the only thing is with that strategy is you could go ahead and use one of your tanks or something as a sacrificial lamb. Put them out there and hope you don't get too destroyed. And that way the TOW's used up its missile. And by the time it loads up and gets ready for another shot, you already got your tanks deployed. So that might be a strategy to use too. Let them take a shot at one. You got to get out of there. You can't just stay hunkered in. Somehow we got to get to them. So we'll be back. Alright, we're back. And the 2 tanks from the vehicle improved positions on the north side of the airfield went ahead and boogied along. The M1A1 being faster was able to get up here. The T-72's up here in a nice little overwatch position. I was thinking about, I guess the tanks could go through the barbed wire, although I did have the rule that any units that hit the barbed wire has to stop and can't cross until their second turn. So we'll have that rule for friend and foe. But they both made it here. This M1A1 stopped just outside of the range of this TOW. But they're going to go ahead and make the plunge. I do have this cornet for the pro-Soviet forces covering this whole area. So like I said, it's just kind of a standoff between missiles between these 2 here. But my strategy is just to get a bunch of tanks out here, get them close, and finish these guys off before they can take out too many of us. So first part of the plan is to move him. And as soon as he moves, he was right here. I can't, let me get this better. Stupid light. There we go. As soon as he moves up, over here he's being shot at, so we'll give him a green marker to signify he has just moved, and he will have to stop in his tracks because this tow is going to get a green marker and fire at him. Now let's do this right. All right, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's within range. It's a big old shot. Let's see what we got here on all this. A little bit more light on in here. That's a bad bulb. I don't like that bulb. But anyway, target's defense is 3 dice. All right. Range half or less, 2 dice quality improvement. We won't qualify for that. His extended range, you can shoot above his range, but it goes down 2 dice quality. He has a good line of sight. There's no smoke going through there. Defensive terrain modifier. He is not on a road. He's out in the open, so that's good. What if he would have been in a hold-on position when I gave him a modifier, but it don't. Intensive fire, can't move. I don't know if these missiles can do an intensive fire, but he's not going to do it anyway. Combined fire, no. Tech difference, yes. This has got a red. The old Americans got the highest tech marker, red, versus a black for the old M1 captured M1A1 tank. So the Americans got to knock out something that was made in their country. All right, where are we at here? Tech difference, yes. So we will give him a red die. All right. And of course, the move and fire, move. He can't fire that weapon if he's moved, so that won't apply. Enemy retreat, counter fire, not within range. So here we go. 3 dice shot at the M1. And we're going to have some smoke, and we got 4 freaking hits. That's killer. That might even have knocked him out. So let's go. 1 is green. 2, 3, 4 will just be casualties. So that was a pretty good hit. Them toes are nasty. Also, Kari player just sacrificed one of his units to get everybody else out. Smart move or not could be debated. All right, could he have moved there? Yeah, he's carrying a unit, so it's a 2 unit stacking limit on that. So he took a good hit, casualties and all. Or the old toe of the Americans, kicking some ass and taking some names. All right, that'll take it from there. Now that he's nailed, you know what I should have did? Would have been the smart move. Probably would have been to have sacrificed the shittier tank, but I thought the M1A1 might stand up a little better. I was wrong. All right, well now this one's going to go ahead and get his butt on out. He's going to go 1. He can't go here because there's 2 stacks. 2, 3, 4. He'll sit there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can fire at this toad. Just knocked out his buddy, and I believe that's what it'll do. Although he will have to take 2 strikes to make 1 hit because he's firing that armored piercing. These are infantry, so a little bit of a degradation, but he will fire. Okay, he's moved 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got to move it along with a 6. It's over half. We'll have to take that into account. Get my dice straightened up over here. It's got them in salvos. My salvos are always ready to go. I just pick them up. All right, how many is that guy? He's shooting with the 5. So he's got 5 dice. And that's another thing I don't know. I might be playing this game wrong, but they say the maximum dice you can roll is 6, but these guys got strengths of 8 and stuff. I don't know. I guess it's after modifiers. But anyway, he's shooting with a... Oh, that's right. He's over here. 5 dice. T-72 at the toe, trying to take him out or pin him. Do something. Let's go down our list. Target's defense is just a 1. So 1 dice out. Range 1/2 or less. Doesn't apply. Line of sight he has. Terrain modifier, he's out in the open. On a crest. I don't think that's a I can look real quick. Oh, over here, crest. Offensive dice. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, it's a fence. Yeah, crest, nothing. All right. Oh, intensive fire. You can't move. He's already moved. Combined flanking fire. You can't do that. Tech difference. There is a tech difference. He's shooting at him with the black. Americans defending with a red. Downgrades. All right, moving fire, fire, moving. Now he has moved. Let me make sure it is. If it's a 3 dice quality degradation or. Oh, find out here. Oh, shoot. Where did I find? It's been a long time since I've looked at these rules. Oh, here we go. If you were doing a move, fire and move and fire, if you use all your movement points before making the attack, he didn't use all of them. If you use at least half, but less than all, it takes a 2 die quality. So he's going to go down another 2. That's what he's looking at there now. He just wants to kind of suppress him. He knew what was going to happen. Enemy retreat, counter fire. No more counter fires because he just used his toe. And the infantry's only got a 2 or 3 hex range anyway. So that's it. He's shooting at the toe with these dice. 2 hits. That'll equal 1 hit. Sorry about that. Went over my limit. All right, like I said, it takes 2 hits to equal 1 when you're shooting at infantry. You can see here his golden number is shooting at what do you call it? Red shield. I'll show you what's going on here. Oh, I can find it. Come on. All right. Primary or secondary, the secondary starburst, which is the starburst back here. It's red. When the secondary starburst matches the shield. The secondary and defense shield are the same color. Each strikes, 2 strikes. Drop the fractions is 1 hit. So he put 1 hit on here, which will go ahead and do what he wanted to really do. Pin these guys. So they are pinned with their toe. Anybody get out of that quick. You don't want no American casualties. Alright, he's got his marker on him. That's it for the Al-Zarqawi. They got their tanks out. It's questionable whether the commander made the right move or move each tank, but it's done did. You can get demoted for it later. Alright, ready for another chip pull. I'm going to take a little breaky break, look over the board, make sure I do things right. And, it might be about an hour or 2, a few minutes or 2, or a few days or 2 to me, but it'll only be a couple minutes for you. Alright, we're back from our breaky break. And even though it's been 2 or 3 weeks, it's just a second for you guys. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that long. But getting my stuff all ready for my next combat. Over here. Alright, here's the situation. Rebels are getting close. I think I got this scenario figured out, or something must have went different. Believe me, the pro-Russian forces will cut them down real quick, so it's good to get in here. But being right here, this close already, is something I don't think I've done in my other 2 scenarios. I think I pretty well cut them down out here, and I never did finish them. Never did finish the scenarios. Got other things I wanted to do, and then I wanted to film one. So we're up to a chit pull, and this will be key. These chit pulls in this game are like totally important. I mean, it makes or breaks a game. So let's see who's up. Who is up? Boy, the Americans could use a little bit of a helping hand, but it's not meant to be. The rebels put their chit back in there, and they're coming up. They definitely need it. It's a game changer for the good side. So go ahead and put your chits along this little track here. When you run out, when your cup's empty, you put them all in again, and then you put these things back. But First thing the rebels are going to do is get their chits off. And we don't have no chit to put in there now because we used our command chit. So we just remove, update our status of our unit. So that's really good for this mortar team too. Yeah, that was a good strategy. It paid off. Alright, these guys are all in smoke. Oh, who else we got here? RPGs are in smoke. Alright, well, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I don't know what I recorded, what I didn't record on that last segment, but it is the rebels' turn. And they are all unencumbered, unhidden, or they got their actions removed and are up to date. Except for the old Toyota down there. Why is that not focusing? Is there some technical difficulties? We will be right back. Alright, it's a little bit more light. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here without the glare. Rebels. All through here. Got some smoke to help cover them up. Trying to get the old bunker. And luckily, everybody's busy. Got action except for these guys right here. We might have to take care of them with a couple mortar rounds. So I'm going to go ahead and flip them over. Do my actions. See what goes on up here. And I will update. Be right back. Alright, first things first. I move my trucks out of the smoke. I got to clear away. I want to get these guys moved here first, but they got a stacking limit. Now, they say in the rules that there's the stacking limits of 2 platoons per hex. It's unrealistic because the size of these hexes are like 2 or 3 football fields, and they can definitely fit more units on there. But they're thinking that you're going to stack these things with just monster stacks, and which is kind of true, I guess. So it's a game, guys. It ain't realistic. It's just a game. So you got to look at it that way. And in the game contents, if I wanted to move these RPGs, I had to get these trucks out of the way. And another good thing is I'm just parking them right here. If I had another one, I'd put it down there, and I still got some trucks back there, so I might do that. I might not load, but they make for good roadblocks. Or I guess the units could move over them. I'm not sure. I'll look at the rules, but I think they'll have to engage them or something. So it's a nice little usefulness for the trucks. All right, like I said, I'm going to start moving my RPGs and try to see what's going on. Now, these guys here did have an opportunity to outfire these trucks, but they've known they would have fallen right into the trap and wasted their actions on a couple goofy trucks. So they let them do what they want to do, although it did help me because I got to put them there. Now they're in the way. Anybody wants to come down, like I said, I might want to put one here in this spot and cut them off. So that's what's going on there. I'm going to try to move my RPGs. Now, I probably will get some outfire on them, so we'll see what's going on. Maybe I'll move these guys into smoke. I got a technical down there. And maybe I'll move him out in smoke. So the smoke really does help. So we'll see what goes on. All in its strategy. We'll be right back. All right, so what I did now is moved one of my technicals, the one that wasn't still, pinned down with his action phase. I moved him on up through here. Nobody fired. He didn't even fire at the technical. He's keeping his bullets powder dry for the good targets. But I went ahead and moved him down here to that spot. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you what goes on with these firings and why certain firings are useless against certain units, and we'll find out ourselves. We'll have a little experiment, but he's going to go ahead, and since he's moved, he's going to go ahead and shoot with 2 dice. We'll see how this works out. All right, -1 die for the defense of the ZSU. Range, half or less. It's 2 hex range now. Line of sight, he doesn't have a line of sight. Defender terrain. He's in clear terrain. Intensive fire, he can't move that, so that negates that. Combined flank fire, no. I don't think anybody else is going to want to fire. No, nobody can reach him. He's out of range. Tech difference, green versus green, that's good. Move and fire, fire and move. Now he's got a 10 hex range, or 12. He's moved 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at that. I need to get me a quick reference chart for this, because I'm always looking for this one. Where was it at? Right next to this. Once you see all these terrain modifiers, you can look over here. If you used at least half your, if you use at least half of your, but less than all, if you use less than half of your movement points, it takes 1 quality. Okay. Less than half, so he was 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a 6. So that just goes down to green. And I think that'll be it. Enemy retreat or counter fire. Well, he can do that now. He can do that. This old boy can counter fire in a heartbeat. And I believe he will counter fire. So we'll go ahead and put this back up. We're going to go through all the steps and show you how that's done. Whoa. Yeah, put him back up because he's counter firing. Alright, 1 die. And we'll see what happens. Okay, 1 each. Alright, so he's shooting with a 2. His starburst yellow. Let's go back over here. Try to find out what that all means. Be right back, hold on. Alright, now in this one, you have to go to the secondary, which is the yellow starburst versus the yellow shield, and it takes 2 strikes to make a hit, so the technical didn't do nothing. Useless fire. Now he will counterfire with 1. I'll go to counterfire. Alright, the attacker's maximum number of hits they can do is their firepower, which is a 5, so you can do 5 hits, minus the attacker's defense value, which is 0, so you can still do 5 hits, minus any action. Alright, so he's got an action, so he can only do 4 hits. And then minus 1 if the attacker is any defensive terrain, which I'm not. So this little shield here results in him taking a hit. So that was not a wise thing to do, to shoot it out. Should have just moved and stayed there. You don't want to shoot in an ZSU. Alright, there you go. Lesson learned. Gameplay. Example of play. And strategy. Bungles. Alright. Oh, was there a 2? No, there's only 1 hit. Alright, well that was that. That row moved on. This game too, it's all a matter of who moves when and where. You know, I had to get this place cleared out because I can't go over stacking limits and I want to move my RPGs. I would like to move this one that's underneath here in the smoke. But he's got an action marker on him already. He's going to take some time. I do like my little barricade I made here with these units. So we'll see if that comes into play. The RPG, this is key. I got 2 RPGs, I do believe. Oh yeah, and they're ready to rumble. And I got smoke in front of them, which is great, because nobody can really shoot at them until they pop out at them. So would really be cool. I guess you can't shoot in or out. Alright, I could shoot at him if he was next to me, but I'm going to have to get out of the smoke to make a shot at him. So we'll see what's going on there. I got snipers. I got mortars. Mortars will help in the attack. This is going to be fun. Let me coordinate here. I got tanks here. Coordinates there. Targets. It's going to be fun. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back. We got some key moves coming on in here. Let me update you. Before I move this RPG team, I unloaded this truck and this mortar team. Now this mortar team can't do nothing right now. You see the little X down there next to him. It means he's got to start his turn sitting. They got to need some time to set that up, so he cannot be used when he's got a green marker on him. He's going to be maybe used some other time, but again, using this smoke as an advantage. These guys can't fire on him, not right now. What I'm going to do, and this could make or break the strategy. I don't know how good it's going to be, but my tank here is going to activate, bringing on the old T-55 relic from a forgotten age. Although from what I'm hearing from some boys on the old Beast of War, and I'm not an expert like they are. They got some guys who really know their tanks, but boy, they like themselves a good old T. I think it was a T-64 that they love. They love that T-64. Just takes a beating and keeps on. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. So he's going to activate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's getting right on in there. Using all of his movement points. Oh, we still got some room down here, so let's get this guy on in here. He can see through the smoke. Well, not really through it, but That's why, like I said, you go laser pointer would really be nice. But I believe he could see that right there. Here's what I'm looking at through the smoke. He's in the center there, so he's gonna take a shot with what we got here. 4 dice. All right, and then mostly what this is he's just providing cover for these guys. I'm gonna shoot at one of these units in these infantry and hopefully just get any kind of marker on them. Let me see. Before I do that, you always want to make sure that he can move there without being shot at. So the infantry's got themselves a nice a 3. He's got a 4 though with a heavy machine gun. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could shoot at him first and stop him. He will counter fire. Or no, wait, that out fire. I don't think there is any counter fire. So I guess we'll have to do that. Either way, that puts a marker on him. So as the rebel player, as the pro-Soviet player, you have to make a decision. Do you want to shoot at that tank? Use up your bullets? Or and then it's only going to be a heavy machine gun. You're just stopping him from doing whatever he's going to do to you. Do you think his attack is going to suppress you, or do you want to suppress him first? Do you want to roll the dice and hope you survive his attack, so then you can shoot at someone else? Because if you get a marker on you, you're up shit's creek. If you shoot him, you get a marker on you. So I think what I would do is I'd hold off. We're going to take the attack from the rebel T-55. So we're back to 4 dice. Minus his defense value. Which one am I going to be shooting at? The DSK? Oh no, I'm going to go with the heavy machine gun. Why? Because he's got the range of 4. Alright. You get the range of 4. So let's put him on top. It will be our target. DSK goes down here. Heavy machine gun. And the Al-Mansur infantry platoon. Oh, what did I do with their bunkers? Oh, we lost a bunker. Oh, here it is. Alright, so starting off with 4 dice. His defense is 1. Alright, and you add this to it too, so he's got a 2 defense. Knocks it down. Like we said, we just want to suppress him. Let's go down our line. Target defense. We just did that. Range 1/2 or less. Nope, he's at full range. Takes 4 to get there. Line of sight. He's got a line of sight on him. He can shoot. Defensive terrain modifier. Now he is in some buildings also, so let's look at that. We got our Armageddon War quick sheet here. What kind of buildings are those? Huh. Would you call those dense urban? No. Oh, what would I call that? Rough light woods, light urban, I guess. Crest, refugee camp. Oh, come on, guys. You gotta be a little bit better on this. What is those buildings? We will give them a dense urban. Looks like dense urban to me. Here we go. See down here? You got some buildings there, and there's buildings over here. So we'll match that with the dense urban. We'll give them a dense urban modifier on top of their bunkers. So that's what happens when you put a nice bunker in some dense urban. Alright, let's look and see what we got here. Dense urban defense quality. If it's infantry, it's a -2. Oh, what the why would that be? Offensive dice quality, -2. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so that means that goes to this. Alright, let me zoom you back out, get everything fixed back up. And we'll go down the line. Defensive terrain modifier just got us. Intensive fire, can't move. They did move and fire. The tank did. Alright, now combined fire, flank fire. We might be able to make up on some dice there, because we can use our little mortar team. That's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go ahead and do that. That'll be a combined fire. Let me get my marker. You always want to, whenever these guys do something, you got to mark them. So I will use my, well, should I save that? Maybe I'll save that. Because the RPG's still got to attack. See what I'm talking about there? When he moves up, tries to make his attack, I could use some mortars on that one. Let's go ahead and do that then. It's not a good attack by that tank. Could have wasted him, but what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use him. I need to get that guy taken care of, so where's that marker? Here we go. And the 60mm mortar is going to combine with the tank on the attack. Now, let's show you how you can do this. I don't know if you can see down here. He's got a range of 4. It's right here. Let's go look on the rules and see what that black circle means. We'll be right back. Okay, I just looked it up, and yeah, that's what it's a black circle around its range. It means it's capable of indirect fire, which of course, you know, we all know if you know war games, it's gonna loop them over there. So that definitely reinforces his participation in this combined arms attack. All right, so where are we at? No, he gets 1. So that, I wanted to add that. I thought about it and just throwing these 2 dice. I want to add that. I want him. So I want at least one of these guys suppressed. So that will be the attack from the Rebel T-55 making its mark, shooting here, supported by which one was it? I think it was this one here with the sniper also in his position. We're rolling these type of dice. No, let me see. Combined fire. Oh, we better keep on going down here. Don't lose your spot here. Don't lose your spot here. Attack difference. It's a green versus a black. Ouch. That hurts. Freaking primitive, backwards, third world countries. Alright. Move and fire, fire and move. That is degradation also, but you can't go any lower than green dice. Enemy retreat or counter fire. And I don't think he's got a range. I mean, he's got a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But again, machine gun ain't gonna do nothing to him. You'll be wasting it and you'll be giving him a black dice, so don't even mess with that. Alright, well that hurts. We need some hits. And we were firing with 3 greeners. Oh, we got 1 hit. But we have to look at the type of fire that is. Oh, secondary's red. We're firing with the secondary red, but this one here is firing with yellow. I guess it don't make a difference, so it's all about the main firing unit. We just added dice to it. Alright, I don't think that's going to do it. Red versus a red secondary versus a red. Well, maybe it will. Let's find out. It is a red secondary, ain't it? Yeah, red secondary. Oh. Alright, sorry about that. I'm going to have to upload this one. We're getting kind of late. Secondary attack, starburst, and defense shield are the same color, 2 strikes, so that sucks. So I didn't do nothing. Nothing at all against that freaking infantry improved position. That hurts. That's a big hit. Alright, well the RPG team's got to go in on it with everybody having guns ablaze, and that might just keep me from doing that. I'm going to look over here. I was going to move these RPG guys. Right, well, I can't go across the barbed wire, so I would have stopped there. So as soon as I move, he's going to fire. We'll see what's up. Be right back with an update. Setback. The old attack with the T-55 resulted in no damage. They're pretty well dug in. Be back. Okay, we're back. And this is key here because I'm moving these guys as a stack. So I'm moving these guys as a stack. And only one of these units here can outfire on one of these units here. So nobody could see him through here. He moved, I forgot where he was, maybe right here. He moved 1, 2. He's going to have to stop there because he's hitting barbed wire. But only one of these units in this stack can fire on one of these to stop him. So we're going to go ahead and resolve that right now. That'll be the heavy machine gun unit. Another thing is, if this number here, this 2, okay, let me zoom back in here, help you guys out a little bit. There you go. If this number here, 2, is red and it matches this number, they add them together for the firepower, so it's 4 dice. If not, if these numbers didn't match, then this unit would use its strength by itself, but he can combine them because they match colors. So we're going to go ahead and get us our dice together here. 4. Whoa, go back out. Our 4 dice to start with, and he'll be shooting it just loud. They're both the same thing, so we'll just take the top unit. Will be the one I'm using. Targets defense. The RPG has a defense of 1, so we'll take one of these dice away. His range 1/2 or less. 1, 2. He's got a hex of 4. Well, but the other unit doesn't. They're firing together, so we'll take the lower one. So we'll say no. No half range. He's got a line of sight. Defensive terrain modifier. No, he's just in the clear. Intensive fire. He can't move. Does he want to use intensive fire? Well, that's op fire, so he's not using intensive fire. And no combined fire. Tech difference. Oh. He's got a black. The RPGer's got a green. Doesn't help. Doesn't help the rebel cause. Moving fire, fire move. He isn't moving fire, and any retreat counter fire. I don't think he can do that in op fire either. So there you go. Firing and op fire at the RPG team with 3 nice dice. Yeah, he's stopping him in his tracks. He cannot fire. Now this RPG team that's being targeted can't fire, but the other one can. And if he moves again, the other unit in that bunker can fire at him. Let's go ahead and show you what's going on here. I forgot to do that. That will mark this by this team here getting their action marker. And this team here on the bottom doesn't have an action marker, so they're still available to fire. And they're here on this. Okay, there you go. Firing at the RPG. 3 dice. Oh, enemy retreat counterfire. Well, I guess he can't because it's not fire. Okay, there you go. Ooh. He gets 3 hits. Them are all good hits on that infantry because they're firing with the red, and he's got a red, so he takes 3 hits. So that goes him to yellow, blue, and he is shaken, and they suffer some casualties. So that hurts. Flip him on over here to the casualty side with the white stripe. And his RPG. So this other RPG is green because he just moved, but he might have a chance to fire. So let's see what goes on here. Oh, now do we have 3 more? Oh, we got 3 too. 3 of those starbursters means smoke. So we got more smoke here, which will help and hurt. That goes into there. There's the marker. Let's update. Well, there goes a fire. That smoke just obscured my RPG. He can only fire at units right next to him now with that smoke marker. So there's the one that just got hammered. He's good to go. But the good news is nobody can fire at him. So we'll put this unit that's already used its action on the bottom. This DSK. Alright, so it'll go like this. Offset, because they're still good to go. And like I said, you got to be a freaking Olympic gymnast. You got to be Nadia Comaneci on these freaking boards here. Alright, and okay, we're back. And like I said, we got a lot going on here. Let me show you. Unit on the bottom's fired. Other set of units is still good. Like I said, they're all in infantry improved positions. Over here, I got my RPG team that took the hit, a good hit. That was a bad move, but the smoke ensued, giving these guys some cover. But they can't fire. They wanted to fire, so now they're up a creek. All right, that's the situation there. I got some more rebels here to move, I think. Do I? Oh, I got my sniper to move too. I can see what's going on with the sniper. And my cornets. So I'm going to try to do that real quick, and then we'll call it an upload. Go on to part 3 or part 4 of Airstrip. Way too far. Alright, I went ahead and the only one left was my sniper. So I went ahead and moved him. And I really don't know how to mark that. I guess I could put green markers underneath him, but that's using a lot of green markers. So here's a potential sniper locations. He could have fired at the sniper, but he is keeping his powder dry for better targets. But the important thing is here, I had some sniper potential positions against this wire. He's made it over. So some of the potential sniper positions are already inside the camp. What else we got going on here? Yep, getting ready for a big move up north. Here it is before. And this here is a partial after. One of the strategy, I don't know, the terrain effect that I didn't incorporate with these cornets. I was getting them all this range was they can't see past this crest, so they got to get past that crest to be even able to see. So there's a whole new ball game right there. That is a whole new ball game. What was I thinking? All right, so they remain hidden. They could have moved up a little bit closer and dropped those guys off. So, what it is. The RPG's moved up, and the Cornet is the only thing that could have shot him, and he's not going to waste an anti-tank missile on infantry. And if they did get closer, though, 1, 2, 3, 4, the old BMP would have opened up, but they stayed away. They're not within range yet. He's the only one without an action on him, so I got to figure out how to use my sand crawlers with the anti-tank missiles. So here's before, and there's the after. And here's the dilemma. They move past this little crest mark, and as soon as he moves here, he's going to fire. Chalk up one wreck. Oh, all right. Sorry about that. A little bit of or technical difficulties. Easy for me to say. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to keep these sand crawlers, or whatever they're called, on the east side of the crest. As soon as he pops up, he's going to get nailed. If I fan them out, these guys got 0, 1. They got no armor. They're all offensive. So what I'm hoping that happens is the tanks come after me. There's some way I can pop over there and get some shots, but right now I gotta stay low. I can't lose these assets right away, and that's as soon as it will happen. So if I can get these guys on up here, get a little bit of a disruption, then I can pop them over and give them some shots. Other than that, that's about it. Ready for another draw. I think I'm going to make this an upload because I'm getting memory issues, but I think I just erased a bunch of stuff, so I should be all right. But I'm going to go ahead and upload it because it's kind of getting long here. When I come back, we'll be ready for another chit draw. And getting really interesting here. Getting into some close quarter combats. So we'll be back.